Today I'm showing you how to draw stick figures. Stick figures. It's the bread pudding of the art world. Stick figures come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. Mostly sticks, with round, bobbly heads, stick-like arms, and stick-like legs. And I'm here to show you how you can turn 3 stick figures into 5 figures overnight with my special, unbeatable, unmatched pyramid scheme that I'm going to teach you here today. Alright, let's get busy. Let's get busy. Here we go. Let's get rid of these little bastards for good. How about that? Why not? And like this, we can all rest assured that things are going to get much, much worse. For the better, of course. Yes. It's been a long, juicy time, has it not been? Juice. Let's just say the juice is loose. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Let's make that one happy. That one's just a little bit happy. And then this one's over here doing this. Maybe just forgetting where it came from. Right. And then you can just do that. You just add this and that. Open the door there. Shut the door here. Take the candy from the baby. That's what we used to call that. When we literally, we used to walk up to little babies. And they were in their little cribs or their carriages. And the mommy wasn't looking. They would take the candy right out of the baby's hand, and then for some reason they turned that into some kind of a saying, where it's like, it's like taking candy from a baby. And we used to say, well, it's like the baby, we used to take candy from us. So we just take the candy back from the baby. Oh, the baby. The babies where I come from are very dangerous. Knife-wielding, steel-toed, boot-wearing little babies. The boots don't even fit, but somehow they can still kick very high. And they bounce, the babies. They bounce. Don't get caught up in the truths most of the time, folks. It'll get you nowhere. It's best to hide on the outskirts where there's grey matter in between the truth, the lie, and reality. You see, there is no truth. The only truth is that there is no truth. I can guarantee it. Just like there is no reality. I mean, there's reality as much as there is hundreds and billions of people on the planet, right? I mean, right now alone, just think about it, folks. There's at least 75 billion thousand people living on this planet, and look what we've done to it. I mean, how is this sustainable? People mock people who are just looking out for the planet, looking out for the little fuzzy wuzzies. It's the animals, really. They deserve everything. It's their time now. Let's try to facilitate it, okay? I thought COVID was going to do us all in. That way the animals could have the landscape back. I started seeing, during COVID, I would go for walks out in the woods. And I remember seeing monkeys. And they were starting to paint and build structures and highways in the trees. It was kind of cute, but also quite dangerous. So I took a stick and I broke everything down. That way humanity could thrive and survive again. And nobody patted me on the back. I didn't get any glamour, no glitz, no glory. But I gained guts and honor from those goddamn monkeys. Yes. It's about 15 of them. They live about 14 miles from here, in between here and the coast. In one little tree, an avocado tree, of all places. Well, they know that I'm allergic to avocado. And that's why they stay up there. They're afraid of me. What are y'all doing? What am I racing for? I don't know. Is that a race joke? Are you making a joke about my race, my skin color? How do you even know what my skin color is? How dare you assume that I'm any kind of color? I like to think of myself as off-white or off-putting. Let's just say that. Humans are not animals. Look at us. We're not animals. We're a disease. We're a plague. We're beautiful, beautiful mistakes. No, I don't think we were constructed here at all. Humans are animals. We're animalistic. We're instinctual. We were forced into that because we were wiped off the face of the planet several times over. And we had to learn from the bottom up several times over. At least 7. I like saying 7 severals. That was the name of my band back in the 80s. Hello, my name is Knock Knock and the 7 Severals. Or was it the Several Sevens? Now that kind of has a ring to it. It was so long ago and I don't remember. It was the 80s, everyone was doing it. Alright, let's give this bastard another eye over here. I was thinking about that though. How a human is quite an animal. They are. You're truly right about that, my friend. And just how mammals, like a whale is a mammal. And we eat mammals. And it's very cannibalistic of us, in a sense. But then again, the universe is chaos. The universe is one giant big old stomach eating itself day in and day out because it's starving and looking for nutrition at every corner of every little inch, micro inch of this universe. Is a galaxy a universe or is a universe a galaxy? Or I think a galaxy is small and then a universe is like a bunch of galaxies, right? Well, I was drawing stick figures, Matthew. I started this off with some stick figures and I'm turning it into something else now. If you look at the thumbnail, that's what it was, and now this is what it is. And if that isn't philosophical, I don't know what the hell isn't. I mean, what isn't? What is? All I know is that I don't know nothing, Matthew. And that's just how it is. And I'm okay with that. The older I get, I realize that, wow, my voice is rich and deep and philosophical at times. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, Matthew. I'm a lost little kitten in the woods of deceit and despair and injustice. I try to spread love when I can, but joy comes out the other end. I can't even smell my own farts anymore. I'm just lost. If anybody has any advice, please let me know. I'm a dork. I like just ad-libbing. My nickname in priesthood school was Off the Cuff. They used to call me Off the Cuff because I had just come from the police academy, and whenever they were told me to pray or something like that at the priesthood schoolington, I would lock them. I would put them in handcuffs, and then they called me. And then for a while they called me fisticuffs because I would put them in handcuffs and beat them over the head with my fists a few times first before I got them out to the. I thought there was a car outside, but there wasn't because I was at the church. I didn't drive. I hadn't driven for years at that point. I still would always think that there was a cop car outside, a canine unit with a big old fat lovely dog in the back. His name was Velcro. I can imagine why that dog's name was Velcro. That's absolutely right. He would stick on you like glue. And now I'm drawing something else that's coming out the sides. Maybe some kind of bone structure. All right. You were scrolling through. You were scrolling through YouTube Live. Stay away from drugs and stuff. What you drawing? Yes, I just read that out of context. Do you hear that, kids? Thank you, Matthew. Very wise words. I don't tend to believe that at all, but maybe it's wise words for somebody. I think to each his own. And what somebody does with their body is their own business, and that's the ultimate freedom. And that's a freedom that I'm willing to die for people to make their own choices and be free, sovereign to their own bodies. So that is where we might differ, my friend. Because there is no other freedom like that in the world and in this life than the freedom of your own self. But that doesn't mean we have to be enemies. We can be tennis partners, maybe. Bosom buddies. Anything else. But we certainly aren't stick figures anymore. That's for darn sure. Imagine how long this planet has been here, just sitting here, or even just how long the pyramids sat there until they degraded over eons of time compared to what we're used to or what we think about as time. Billions of years this planet's sitting here with like all different forms of life coming and going, and it's going through all these upheavals and stuff. Just inside and out all the time, just starting over, making mistakes, life finding a way, right? And so like we sort of get somewhat, what we think again is to be somewhat civilized, when it's not civilized that we're just getting technologically advanced, and we're not. It's just like what Ian Malcolm says in Jurassic Park. It's like we're making it without even thinking about how, to be responsible about it. So we're letting AI and violence rue the day, and they sick us on each other with these silly little games that they play. And the media works against us, the working class. And they've been slowly taking everything away from us for the past 70 years, right before our eyes, all of them. And people still think it's us, you and me, my neighbors. They're telling me I should hate my buddy across the street who's just trying to feed his kids. Nah, that's not how we roll. All I'm saying is, where there's a William, there's a way. And I would never presume to tell people what to put or what not to put in their body. That's all. And that's it. That's it. Oh gosh. Drugs might be bad for you, but they're good for me. Good for me. I think that was a song by Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Elder. Drugs, well, they might be bad for you, but they're good for me. They're bad for they. Oh, D, it'd be a D. And then a D7. Drugs, horses and beer, roping a steer after dark. Drugs at the school. Hey teacher, I'm a fool for thinking outside the box. Well, everybody's looking at me like I'm kinda weird. Yeah. And that's okay with me because I'm roping a steer right here in class. I think that's how that one goes. Correct me if I'm wrong. I never learned how to spell. You ever seen that movie, this stuff from the 80s? I'm surprised they haven't remade that into a hit movie with hip people. I'm just drawing a hand right there, as one does. And I'm going to have this going right into the palm of the hand. These little lines. Right there. Watch this. I'm going to draw these other little lines to make it more three-dimensionals. Right? Quite right. You know, I was walking out in the early London air this morning, and I thought to myself, wow, this isn't London. This is the central coast of California, and I don't know why I'm talking like this. But I was also wanting to finish this. I actually forgot that I was working on this earlier. But yeah, I have this little corner down here to finish up. I'm just going to work on this little corner. And then I'll be done with this drawing. It's a big one. Making little dimple marks right there. Perfect. Oop. Get over there. Right to the edge. There we go. Almost. There we go. And a little bit there. There we go. Perfect. Quite almost perfect. Is there a maybe perfect? I think there should be. I think there should be a maybe perfect. If that's a box, I want to check it. Oh gosh. I've got quite a silly, humorous part of me that comes out from time to time. I'm not trying to be impressive. I know it seems like it, but I'm not trying to come off as some badass. And oh gosh, there we go again. But yeah, I'm gonna put a flower right here. That's the flower of judgment. Or should I say Judgment Day? It's got pedals, like a bicycle, except it's spelt differently, but it sounds the same. I think that's right. I hope you're listening, folks, because this is very important. I need to tell you something that's very, very important. In the description is my P.O. box. Send me gold. And anything valuable, like your shoes, perhaps. If you've got the Reebok pump-ups, or the pumps, you know, I really like those, and they go for pretty darn good on the blacket market. We call it the blacket market because the black market just sounds kind of racial, and we didn't want to come off. And it's a long story, not about 2 weeks long. It was just an argument that I had in my head for about 2 weeks. It's not a big deal. I just wanted to tell you something. I just wanted to impress you, is all. Here I am blubbering like a little baboon. No offense to you baboons out there, it's just the first thing that came to mind. There we go. Perfect. Let's put a little dimple on those butt cheeks right there. Boom. Little dimple. Right there. I hope it's not too... Oh, is it? No, okay, we're good. Sometimes when I have my Wi-Fi on, you can't see it really well. It's pixelated because the Wi-Fi isn't too great out in the garage, I don't think. I'm out in the garage where all the magic has happened so far, and where the magic left, and I have not been able to get it back. So in the description, you will see my physical address, my metaphysical address, and my physicality address. That last one is made up, doesn't matter. The first one is the one that matters the most. Send me gold. Right away. I wonder what other people talk about when they're drawing. They're probably all serious most of the time, or not. I don't know. Who cares? All this time I'm drawing and I'm doing these stupid voices and things and stuff because I'm actually at the same time practicing because someday I want to be an actor. Hopefully by the time I'm about 55, in about 10 years, I will be some kind of an actor. Maybe at a local theater. In your neck of the woods. And this is my way of practicing all of these voices that I have just going on inside of my mind. My shrunken head. And they keep me company is all. Thank you. You're welcome. What the fuck? Who said that? God damn. I've been drawing longer than I've been alive. It's a tough nut to crack, that one. The reality of that is it's a soccer match made in heaven. It's the truth. I would never lie to you. Any of you. You're my children. And this is the Cult of Stark. I mean, the art club. Art club. I have to say art club for certain, tax purposes and stuff, but it's a cult. You guys didn't pay. You don't pay me in gold nuggets for nothing. We're definitely a cult of love, justice, art, and money and gold. I'm almost there. Hanging in there. We're getting there. We'll get there. I'm filling in this corner. That way I can finish this drawing. And then I'm going to go outside in the alley and I'm going to burn the motherfucker. I'm going to light it on fire. And then I'm going to eat the frickin' ashes. And I'm going to do it all live on... Wait, what channel is this? Is this BoobTube or YouTube? Hey, Terry? Terry, is this BoobTube or YouTube? Oh, we're on YouTube. Oh, this is YouTube? I can't probably do that on YouTube then, right? No. Shit. Can we do it this one time? No. Oh, okay, fine. Just thought I'd ask. Thought I'd try. So I'm just gonna finish this and I'm not gonna burn it. Not yet. Not on this channel. I don't go onto the other channel. I only go on there once a year because the traffic is so slow. I gotta really I gotta prep for an entire year to do a really interesting episode. And usually I only get like 1 or 2 people. But they're usually pretty interesting people. Usually. So, no, it's all good. I like making art. It makes me laugh. It makes me wish that every day was a big bubble bath. I like making art. That's all I got. Art has really always been there from the very start. It's true. It was my first best friend. Because it was like some kind of creature coming out of the dark, taking over and filling in these crazy gaps where I thought I was missing something or something was off about me, where I was like, well, it's true, I was definitely a little bit off, but there were good reasons for it. Cool. It's really demented. Jeez. Put a shadow right here. When in doubt, cast a shadow. Well, this pen is really, really nice. I love brand new pens. And I have a whole box of them. It's really hard to do the lighting out here, though, sometimes. There we go. That might be a little better. When making art, it's important to remember to to make it and to finish it. And it's cool too because when you say the words finish it, you're actually saying shit. It's kind of cool. You can say shit without people really thinking about it too much. You can get away with saying shit. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, you can walk up to somebody if they're like tying their shoes and you can be like, finish shit, and really emphasize the shit. And they'd be like, what? And you'd be like, finish shit. And they would, and you just walk away, but you would have gotten your, kicks for the day. I wouldn't get started on that road, though. It's quite addicting. You end up I got up to 300 people a day. 300 strangers a day, I would say that too. And I got to a point where it was just too much. It's already hard enough tying my own shoelaces. Jesus. Has anybody ever... Wait, has anybody... Wait. Wrong channel. Never mind. What am I gonna do with you? Should I draw more lines right there, I guess? That's okay with me. But I think these need little snow dots. Those things have evolved now. But not that. Not that one. Not yet. If it's gonna get a dot, it's gonna be a while because it's gotta grow on me. Cool, let's see. What should I do here? Hey, thanks for the likes. I wish that I could like you back. I don't know how else to do it except for, being awesome and stuff. and like giving you awesome content and being content with the content that I'm contemptuously making. Or am I contemptuously making? What? It doesn't even words or do words even matter? I don't even know how to like pronounce words anyways. I just like to roll my R's. Yeah. Tail is told his time. That's all. No big whoop. Butterfly pie. That's what my grandpa used to say. It ain't nothing in the sky but butterfly pie. And I woke up and I realized that he had never said that to me in my entire life. That I just made that up about 5 seconds ago. And that my whole world came undone. I'm not even lying. Just a little bit. A little bit I'm lying. But not all the way anyways. But it's worth telling you a lie in between some truth to let you know that I'm on your level. Every one of you. All of you. All at once. I love you so fucking much. That sounded really odd. And I meant it to be odd, but not so gruffly odd. I didn't mean to cuss like that. All right. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing now. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. Why are you doing that? What do you mean? Don't stop saying fucking so much. Did I say that? Yeah, you said it twice. Well, you just said it too. I know, but so we said it 3 times altogether because we're the same person. Yes. Let's not say it again now. Are you talking in an English accent now? No. Oh God, you are. No, I'm not. Oh, you are. You're going to. No, I'm not. God dang it, you are. I just like talking in an English accent. It's much more fun. That wasn't an English accent. I don't know what that was. That was like Bjork or something. Yeah, right. 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 Okay, I'm over it. Just add the lines and do your time. Here we go. Hopscotching our way into hell, friends. Hippity hippity scotch in a handbasket. Get your tickets. 1, 2, 3. Details are in the description. Someday there's actually gonna be something in the description, and it's gonna blow somebody's mind because it's gonna be like portal to another dimension in the description, and somebody's gonna actually look, and there's gonna be a portal in there, and they're gonna click on it, and they're gonna be zapped into like dimension 3 or something, and then everything's gonna get pretty darn wacky from there. That's what happens in Dimension 3. What happens in Dimension 3 stays in Dimension 3. Everybody knows that. Boop, boop, doop, doop, doo. Little dot. I'm going to give that a little line and a little dot. Just to make it look good, just to make it pop. Does anybody have any questions? I know I do. First of all, why am I here? Why are any of us here? What? I mean, come on. It's just a big, weird bag full of worms that we're living in, and we just happen to be here? What? I ask myself that every darn day. Looking in the mirror while I'm shaving, looking at myself with my tidy whities on. Holy moly, friends, I just suffer. I look in the mirror and I suffer looking at myself. Not because of my image. I'm not that vain. Lord knows I'm not. I could lose a few pounds, but I wish I was more handsome. Wish I had hair. But no, the truth is out there, friends, and that's what I'm trying to say is that, ooh, golly gosh darn dang, it's out there and it's coming fast. So if you want to learn more, just grab my book. The details are in the description, I promise. I'm not lying to you. Not this time. Coming to a theater near you. My autobiographical movie. It's called Bionic Man. Or what they called it in Italy was The Man That Never Existed. They turned it into a comedy. They recut the dang thing and made it a tragedy into a tragic comedy. But still, it's life. I'm not ashamed of my tragic comedic life. And I don't think you should be either. I have the scars to prove it. And one day they're gonna look at my scars as my skin is stretched upon some kind of canvas-like thing, far into the future. And they're gonna think, golly, gosh darn dang, this guy's life was a roadmap. His skin, this is disgusting. What are we doing? And I'm gonna be laughing all the way from hopscotch hell. All the way from hell. Thank you, friends. I appreciate your time. Hallelujah. Amen. All right. Moving on. Now go out there and find me some money. The whole time I'm doing this guy's voice, I just have this like image of him in my head. He looks like what's the dude from the Kool-Aid, the cult leader, Dave. Gosh, why can't I think of his name? Jim Jones. Yeah, Jim Jones. I just see that guy, and I just see these outfits, the 70s and the 80s and stuff. The collars on outfits, like suits and stuff, are so funny to me. I love that style though. I love big collars and big shirts, like button-up shirts and stuff. Sequin buttons. Those are the best. I tell you, I would kill somebody for that. I have. I've done much for that. I've done much more for far less. I promise you that. Ooh. By the way, this episode of Art Club is brought to you by ArtGuard. ArtGuard X kills creativity extra dead. Take 2 of these and you won't want to draw anything for weeks. Nearly killed me once. And that's why I don't take it anymore. But I have to let you all know about it because that's where I get my money. I have 17 producers. I gotta feed them somehow. Lord knows they don't get me jobs. I mean, look at my ratings right now. I'm a 2 for 2. Oh, I wish I was dead. What was that? That was a joke. You shouldn't wish for things like that, mate. But it's gonna happen someday. You gotta make a joke out of the tragic things in life. Otherwise, if you take things too seriously, it's gonna bury you early. If you stare death in the face and you make a joke out of that motherfucker, you're gonna live longer than you ever could have ever possibly imagined, my friend. All right? You might want to think about that from time to time. Oh shit! And I've got the drum to prove it. All right. Sometimes you gotta stare life right in the eye and say, hey, my name's Death, and I'm the one that wears the skin suit around here. I'm the one that's gonna make the rules. I'm the one that has the freedom to do whatever I want. As long as what I do hurts many people doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt anyone in the process. That's what I should have initially said. I don't know what came over me. Lo siento to my Spanish-speaking friends out there. I'm terribly sorry. Moving on. Back in 1985, when I was about 4 years old, and there was a shuttle that went heading for outer space. We were all watching it on the telly, and that damn thing exploded. My entire class thought it was a movie. We didn't understand what was actually happening. But that image was burned into my little mind, into several others that day. At least 2. No, that was a crazy day. I don't know why I just thought of that. The Challenger shuttle disaster. I was in the 1st grade, and we were watching it live. And it was going up there, and it just started smoking as this burst into flame, blew up. And a lot of us were crying. We didn't understand what was happening because the teacher was crying. My teacher's name was Miss Doll. Doll. I think that was January 1986. We left school early that day, actually. Our parents came and picked us up early. That was an interesting day. And I sort of remember it well. I remember the classroom, where the classroom was, and probably still is. That was the teacher too, Miss Dahl, who like got mad at me because I wouldn't shut up in class ever. And she came over and grabbed me by the ear and like pulled my ear so hard I thought she was gonna pull my freaking ear off. And it made me cry and everybody was laughing at me. And I said, Mrs. Dahl, you're not a doll, you're a dog. And she said, what did you just say? And I said, nothing, I think you're pretty. And we all lived happily ever after. Yeah. But, yeah, that was a terrible day. Because the lead astronaut lady was, I forget her name. I should know her name. But she was a teacher. So that's why we were really watching it too, because she was like a grade school, she was like a third grade teacher, but she was also an astronaut. And so like that was why I'm sure millions of, you know, people in schools were watching it that day. We all saw the same thing. Kind of a trip. A shared trauma. But then I also remember seeing the buildings in on 9/11. I woke up. My mom woke me up early in the morning. She was like, "Something's happening in New York," and I went out in the living room, and like one of the buildings was um one of the buildings was like smoking and stuff, you know. And then I I was sitting there watching it. We were watching it and getting coffee made. I'm like, "What the hell is going on?" I'm like waking up out of dreams, thinking I'm watching some kind of movie or something too, because it was just odd. And then as we're watching it again, this other plane went, the second one went into the other tower. My mom screamed, and we were just like, "What?" I lived in Eureka, California at that time, and again, just everything shut down. And my stepdad and I didn't. We were like going to go landscape. He was a landscaper. We are going to go landscape, but we didn't. We are going to go give blood, but there were just so many people giving blood that they turned people away. So we just, yeah, that was a crazy day too. Jesus. Hope we never have any days like that again. I didn't mean to bring up something so heavy. Wow. Now I feel really silly if I started to, yeah, see, I just don't want to talk in another voice now. I'm all somber and shit. But what I'm trying to do is finish the corner, because that's what I set out to do when I came out here just a little bit ago. And I'm gonna round this one off, like that. Boom, shika boom. A little shadow right there. Don't forget, as an artist, never forget to leave your mark. I'm full of these quippy little stupid one-liners. Yes, you are. What? Just, hey, you're me. Just give me a rest. Yes, I am. Stop. You, you dork. What is this? What is it? What is that thing? I don't know. So I'll go over here and work on this for a minute. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day so far. Doing something that they love to do, or at least being with people that they love to do nothing with, or something that they dislike with. I hope you're in good company wherever you are, and the sun is shining in your heart and giving you a little bit of a sunburn, but not enough to really burn you, just enough, just so that you look like you just, got some sun. Maybe just a little bit too much sun on the inside. I hope your family's safe, your friends are safe. That person you've been thinking about, preferably not hurting, but that person you've been thinking about, I hope that they're good and that you guys make up. A little bit of common sense goes a long way too. And I'm here to tell you I don't have it, but I strive to have it. Maybe an uncommon sense where people can get along, little doggy, and still disagree on pretty much everything. But we gotta figure out a way to coexist. This is ridiculous. Otherwise, you can't call yourself the land of the free anymore. That's all. I don't know where that came from. Can't call yourself the home of the Braves anymore, that's all. Because the world is going to change by people yelling and screaming about it, or like belittling people, dehumanizing people. Because that's always worked in the past so darn well. I have a much different version of America than I guess these hypocrites do. It's a very Indiana Jones version of America. Where we all go on these really cool, awesome, like, adventures together. Like I said, we all get along little doggies, like dachshunds. Hairy, hairless, fine furred, dachshunds. And we walk around with dachshunds and we like greet each other. Hey, how's it going, Johnny? This is my doggy. His name's Leroy. And the dachshund goes, rah, And he's like, hey, man, how you doing, dude? My name's, yeah, well, you already, yeah, you know my name. But yeah, this is my dog. My name is dog is the Buckaroo. And the little dog goes, rah, like that, And everybody just has dachshunds and they carry bananas in their back pocket. Who wants to be in fights and stuff with the banana in the back pocket? No, I'm telling you right now, nobody. Nobody's gonna fight nobody with no banana in the back pocket. It's have you ever seen oh gosh, Beverly Hills Cop? You're not gonna you're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe. He, Axel Foley, which is Eddie Murphy's character in Beverly Hills Cop, Axel. He puts a banana in these detectives' tailpipe, and when they go to leave, he crams a bunch of bananas in their tailpipe. It's so funny. And when they go to leave, they can't go anywhere because their exhaust blows up. And then later on, they confront him and they say, the other detectives confront him, I should say, and they say, "Yeah, we're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe." And Eddie Murphy says, "You're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe," like in a mocking way, and it was so funny, and it was just it really was just the epitome of the most wonderful kind of humor that I could ever imagine or explain in my entire life. And I give it up every time for Axel and his Foley-ish ways. Axel Foley. We used to watch Beverly Hills Cop and Beverly Hills Cop 2 all the freaking time. Because there was a time in my life when we only had like 5 movies: Die Hard, Beverly Hills Cop, Beverly Hills Cop 2, Ben-Hur, and like probably like, what was it? Definitely an Arnold movie. Anyways, it was a different time. Things were different back then. People could work a full-time job and still afford a studio apartment. It was different back then, man. People were tougher. They could work at 7-Eleven and buy a house, dude. And feed an entire family of 5. We're a different breed. You people today are so weak. You complain about having to work 3 jobs to afford a bedroom in a house full of 27 people, you little bitches. Get over it. Millennials. I'm in that boat too, though. I pretty much work a full-time job and I can't afford a studio apartment. I can barely afford a bedroom. That's the new motto for America now. It's like, America, get over it. I'm pretty much done almost with this one. I just have this little bit now to finish it, to fill in, which I'm going to save for a little bit. But what I'm going to do is pull up the camera so you can see the whole darn thing. Just give me a moment. I want to make this as smooth as possible. I'm going to mute it. Okay, the volume is back. I hope it's not too disorienting. Oh, there we go. And then just up a bit. Yeah. No, it's upside. I think it's upside down because I think the turtle in the middle, I think he is like the centerpiece, sort of, so he needs to be standing up. So I think that's the right way. Sorry, it's hard to look at it. There's a lot to see. But yeah, you can see up here I still need to just finish that, and then it'll be done, I think. Well, I'll probably go through and just detail some stuff, and then it'll pretty much be done. It's cool. I like it. And it's, I wish that my drawings, if they were on a wall, they could you know, rotate, like slowly rotate, because when I draw them, like kind of like this, they'd be on a wall, but they would just do this. Like maybe even like way slower or something, you know, just like super slow. Because when I draw them, especially the ones on with paper, have these big clipboards. I spin them around all the time when I'm drawing them. So they're kind of, if you say I don't know, they're just disorienting because up is down and down is up sometimes, you know. And that's another way art imitates life. Which I think is just kind of cool because it is like the best way of looking into somebody's soul, I think, you know, through their music and into their heart, straight into their soul. And my soul is a confusing mess, but this time around it's trying to at least come to terms with that much. So it's been an interesting ride so far. And on that note, I gotta go feed my soul some like top ramen or something. So I hope you guys have a good night. I really appreciate the company and the you know, the support. 4 people were watching. I'm like, that's cool. I appreciate it. And what else? Like I said, I hope you're safe and find a little bit of happiness, and you have some sweet dreams tonight. You deserve it. Goodbye now. Love you.